So I worked out the other day, 13 years I've been training for. That's how long I've been training in the gym. At the start, was figuring out, and when I hit my early 20s, that's when I started developing and starting to notice what I need to stick to, what I need to follow, my routine, my plan. And I haven't changed a thing since my 20s, early 20s, 2020. You know, I was learning the foundation from 17, 18, 19, 20, full body, learning the basics. And what I want to show you today, as you can see in the picture on the front cover of this video, how I went from that little kid till now. You see, when I say 18 inches, I'm tensing, that's 18 inches, about 17 and a half, last I checked. And I'm breaking it down to you, my way, my version of how I grew my arms, what worked for me, and I'm sure as hell will work for you. Now, everyone is different, it's trial and error. So let me show you how I grew my arms, and we're starting with the triceps today. We're only focusing on triceps today, not the bis, because every workout I do, I usually do chest and bis, then I do shoulders, back and tris. I've already done shoulders and back, didn't want to film that because I want to focus on the triceps. This is about building the biggest arms you can. The first exercise I do for my triceps is dips. It is the foundation of building big triceps. It's just power, it's strength, and if you can, get some weight, get a dipping belt. Now you can see I haven't got a dipping station here. There's one behind me, but it's way too wide, and that's focused on the chest. I'm not focusing on my chest today, I'm focusing on my triceps. Now when you do chest, the secondary muscle that's being worked is your triceps. And I don't do my triceps on my chest day only because the day I want to focus on my triceps, that's when I go all in. I need them fully covered, then I can blast them in this workout. You probably think my plan is a bit unusual, but it works for me. And that's when you need to find a plan, stick to it, be consistent, and what works for you. Now the amount of sets and reps I do for triceps, for dips, I do about 5 sets. It's usually between 8 to 12 reps. Usually my first set's 12, 10, and it goes down a little bit there. But now I'll drop down the weight. That was my third set. So now I'll drop the 5 down and just lift 2 20s. Listen to your body. I'm not here to build strength. I'm here to build dense muscle. Use the muscle as much as I can. I need to exhaust the muscle. When I say I'm not focusing on strength, that's not my goal. Even though I'm gaining strength on this, I'm trying to build muscle. I'm also working my cardiovascular endurance, so it's all endurance as well. And again, you can see I'm out of breath. I'm trying to exhaust myself to get the most out of muscles, to get the benefit of recovery, tearing the muscle fibers down and growing. And that's being consistent. You're not going to be 80, 90%, 100% all the time, every time you have a workout, but just push yourself as hard as you can. And again, 5 sets, maybe 4 sets, 8 to 12 reps, drop set every time, burn that muscle. It's the best way you're going to get out of your muscles for growth. By the way, shout out to Tempest for providing me with the hat. It's definitely helped with the microphone because I'm just too sweaty and my microphone will probably be broken by now because it's not waterproof. I'm on the Tricep Extensions. I usually do 2 different types of routines, so I'll show you my first routine. I'll probably show you my second routine another day. But again, just simple, straight up Tricep extensions with the cable, about 10 reps, you know, drop set down, and let's go for it. Make it a burn. A little too heavy there. First one, I didn't anticipate that, a little bit too heavy for me. My form at the end was a little bit overpaced, but don't worry, as long as you stabilize the movement, push through it, you'll be fine. Just drop the weight down on the next one. So again, I don't have too much rest time in between. 45 seconds, I need to feel it. If it becomes too heavy, I'll drop the weight. I need to keep it moving, I need the intensity. I need to feel it, guys, and you should as well. Don't be resting for long periods of time, or you're just gonna rest your muscles too much. They do say rest for, a certain amount of time so you get the best out of your muscles. For me, this has worked. Short rest, intensity high, drop the weight when you need to. Depending on the goal and the day, when I do my drop sets, sometimes it's always 4 reps, sometimes it could be 8 reps. It just depends what I'm doing. So when I do first set, a lot of reps. When I do the drop set, I want it fairly heavy, where I'm doing about 4, maybe 5 reps. There's days where I'll probably may do 8 reps. Mix it up, test your strength, test your endurance, find out what could be working for you. I like to mix it up between both. So I train each muscle group twice a week. So today will be a little bit more heavy for me. My next tricep workout is more focused on reps. So mix up between that, guys. Don't chase the weight, focus on the form, keep it stabilized, keep it nice and controlled. Don't throw the weight around, and don't be in a rush to do your rep. Control the movement, okay? You're just going to increase the weight and just do 2 reps, 1 rep. You're more likely going to injure yourself. It's focused on strength, and just my opinion, again, building muscle, the foundation, I don't know, for me, the reps is the choice to build muscle. When you're hitting that low rep range, you're more likely going to injure yourself, and I'll never do that, guys. I will never risk myself to get injured, because I'm thinking about longevity. I want my joints to be smooth, I want to feel strong, I just want to be healthy. That is the goal, and as well, at the end of it, look good. That's the whole point why we do it, okay? So again, whatever your motivation is, find it. Again, forget the crowd, be in the zone, focus on what you're trying to accomplish. Tricep extensions. I talked about another routine I do. I usually just do tricep extensions and drop set, but now I'm focusing a little bit more endurance. So let me just show you what I usually do. So again, squeeze at the bottom. Straight on press ups. Now just touch the floor. that's an example of what I do. I usually go with no rest. So 4 sets, back to back, I drop the weight and I feel the burn. So that's another routine I do. I usually do it once a week, but I just wanted to talk to you and show you what I just did just then. But now I just want to focus on today reps and just what I focus on just for tricep extensions, the form and the intensity of what I'm trying to accomplish. Again, build the muscle, contract the muscle, and just make every rep count and the form's on point. But challenge yourself. Don't be scared to challenge yourself. You've got to push through it. You've got to feel it. If you're not feeling it, then there's something wrong. Question it. If you've been going to the gym for weeks now, months, and you see no improvement, you need to look at your performance in the gym, your technique, and the structure of your workout. Does it make sense? Does it make sense that the plan is right for you, that you're going to progress in this plan? Okay, 2 things I want you to focus on when you do this exercise. 1, if you have the grip strength, hold it here, not here. That's just going to help you pull it down. But if you've got the grip strength, it's going to test you a bit more. Number 2, I see a lot of guys coming out here, extending. It is literally no point doing this, okay? You're just moving the angle of your body, okay? Your arms are still here. So when you're doing the movement, keep your elbows in tight, and all you're doing is squeezing it down and coming up. You're not lifting your arms up like this. You're keeping it like this, so you're only moving the forearm up, keep the elbows in, down. Literally, all you're doing is changing this movement, okay? I don't know why people do this. You just change the angle of your body, and it's probably helping you get it down. But if you're right under the cable, you've got, again, gravity. You're working against gravity. Pulling it down is tough. So again, remember, grip, okay? Elbows in tight, forearms, pull down and up. That's all you need, okay? Now, that's just my tricep workout. I hope you learned something from that, just from the triceps. We're going to move on to part 2 of my workout, which is the biceps, which will be another day. I train my triceps and biceps on 2 different days. I'll explain more in my next clip why I do that.